my dick like I shot somebody cause of these big ass lips, and I rock my locks naughty. Life is getting hectic, Tupac got shot in the nuts. You saw cops was corrupt when Rodney King got fucked up. With friends like these, who needs enemies? Constantly harassing, filling up my nuts like a Klansman, snatching up a nigga for nothing. I heard bad guys wear black, so I guess I'm the motherfucking villain.
Islam fam, thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you for taking the time to hear me out. I'm just here to speak on this incident that occurred a couple of weeks ago on November 2nd, early Saturday morning, around 2:10 to 2:15 a.m. I was with a couple of friends of mine. There's three of us all together. I was at a gas station on Danforth, a Petro Canada gas station. The address is 2287 Danforth Avenue. And I was going to get gas for the conveyance that I was traveling in, the car that I was traveling in. I went to go put a nozzle in the tank, and that's when I realized that you have to pay first before you could get the gas. So I went to go pay the parking attendant, and on my way there, two civil servants approached me, a male and a female. The male's name is civil servant, aka peace officer or cop. His name is Lanreobey, L-A-N-B-I-E, and his badge number is 9906. And the girl is Dagonias. Her badge number is 10090. So these two civil servants approached me and told me to doing sobriety stops, which was odd because I was walking. But so they approached me and asked me if I had anything to drink. Namely, the male civil servant, whose name is again Lanreobey, asked me if I had anything to drink, and I said no. And for some reason they claimed that I smell like alcohol, and they asked me for my driver's license. I don't own or possess a driver's license, like an Ontario issued property driver's license. I haven't owned or possessed one since the one I got out of high school expired, which was in 2003, and never went back to renew or do anything in regards to the DMV to obtain or retain this license. So it's been expired for 10 years now, and I have proof of that. So as a Moor, we don't need Ontario driver's license or government driver's license. I have my nationality card, my temple card, as my ID. When he asked me for my driver's license, I told him to follow me back to the conveyance I was in, which was a couple of steps away. And I took the nozzle out the gas tank, put it back into the gas pump, and I sat in the car with one leg out. Before I gave him my ID, I made a phone call to the legal owner of the conveyance I was traveling in, and had that person on speakerphone as I'm passing the Lanreobey, civil servant Lanreobey, my ID, my nationality card. And I have this person on the phone who owns the car legally. There's nothing wrong with the car. It has out of province tags actually, so automatically out of the jurisdiction. But regardless, I gave Lanreobey my nationality card, And the second I gave it to him, he took one glance at it and got on his phone, on his walkie-talkie, and said, "We have a free man here." I immediately started to pull on my leg and started to pull me out of the conveyance I was traveling in. I was sitting in, and the female officer grabbed another leg and started. They both had the leg and were pulling me out. And the only reason why I was able to hold on for some time is because I was holding on to the headrest of the seat I was sitting in of the conveyance. Other civil servants arrived on the scene, peace officers, and I was overpowered, and they dragged me out the car, and you know, wrestled me to the ground and put cuffs on me, and then they put me in the back of one of their scout cars, cruisers. And as I was sitting in the back of the scout car, they ransacked the conveyance I was traveling in. So understand, I got kidnapped, and now they're violating the private property that belongs to somebody else. So with that being said, I was brought to 54 Division, and when I got to 54 Division, the same routine occurred again as far as what's my name and so on and so forth. And I told him my name. I told him my name is Lanreobey. That's my name. Short, you could call me Lanre. And keep in mind, they're asking me all these questions in regards to who I am, where do I live. Meanwhile, this is the same card I handed them, my nationality card. It has my address on it, and it has a picture of me on it. And also, I had my business card. I have 4 of these in my pocket, and it says Lanreobey. So all this was in front of them, but still want to ask me a question, and this question that I'm not answering the way they want me to answer. I don't know what way that is, but I have my nationality card, and this is who I am. So they decided to execute a level 3 search on me, and they told me, and naturally, obviously I did not consent. I didn't consent to anything that has occurred since I've had interactions with these guys earlier on. So in the division, 54 Division, in that particular room was Lanreobey, Peace Officer Lanreobey, again, badge number 9906. I don't have this badge number. All I remember is the name. I asked these guys for their badge number and their bond number. They refused. Staff Sergeant Cannon, Cannon, and his badge number is 2853. And then 2 plainclothes gentlemen also came in the room. I don't know who they are, what they represent. But along with all these 5 men, decided to start to forcefully remove my clothes, which I did not consent to. I did not fight back to say to physically cause harm to any of them at all. I was just resisting enough to let them know I'm not consenting to this. During the whole struggle, I sustained some injuries, which you see, as you can see, I'm showing you right now. But that's the least. So after they took out my clothes and did this search, they threw me in a cell with no clothes on. I mean, with just my t-shirt on and shorts and boxers. And during the struggle, I had one guy stand on my hand and the other one stand on my other hand. I mean, I only weigh 145, soaking wet. And I had grown men. One on one hand, another on another hand, and one on one leg, another on another leg. And to add insult to injury, I had staff sergeant who, out of nowhere, runs up to me and pinches my throat and clenches his teeth as he's doing it. And I could tell, why are you doing this? Why are you choking me? And he stopped. And this is all on camera because in that room is supposed to be recorded. So you guys can check it out yourself. Nothing to hide. So eventually they took off my clothes. They did what they need to do. And they threw me in the cell with just a shirt and my boxers. At that point, this was like probably, I don't know, 4 in the morning. So I was just left with my boxers and my shirt. And they eventually, I had to go to court that same day. It was the weekend, so it was weekend court. Naturally, they put mine over till Monday, November 4th. So come November 4th now, court starts at College Park. College Park is at 444 Young Street. They brought me to court for 10 o'clock. That's when court starts, at 10. So I spent Sunday in the West Detention and then went to court on Monday. So when I got to court, they called me up at 11, an hour after court started. As soon as I walked in, I was right away being informed by people in the courtroom that work in the court that, oh, there's a new system that they started today and I'm going to be the first one to go through it. I'm just going for bail, so I don't know what they're talking about. At this point, I just want to get out because there's some stuff I need to take care of. So they did their charade and I was given bail. Remember, if you know me personally, I have a serious charge. And if you're saying, according to them, this is what they're charging me with, driving while under suspension, failed to identify self, and the criminal charges are refused breath sample, assault with intent to resist arrest, assault peace officer. So, more than likely you don't get bail for those things. I got bail for that. No conditions at all, nothing. They basically told me to go home. And on top of that, this new system, when usually when you get bail, if anybody's been through the system, no. You get bail, you don't walk out the box right away. There's paper that needs to be processed. And sometimes in the courtroom, or how the process goes, because they know you're going home, they don't rush your papers. So you could be sitting downstairs in the holding cell for hours. I went downstairs for 10 minutes, came back upstairs 10 minutes later, and they told me to leave the box. Remember what I got charged with. No stipulation, no nothing. Sounds like somebody's trying to cover up their tracks already. 10 minutes go by, I get out, they bring me upstairs. The court clerk is like, I don't like what's going on in regards to this new system that they started, which is weird. And like I said, anybody that was in court and got bailed after November 4th, if they released you faster than normal, than what you know to be or what you heard, please let me know at Lanreobey, Twitter, Lanre@gmail.com, Lanreobey@gmail.com. Get at me. So I got released, and one of the first things I got to do is look about the video from Petro Canada, and I called their head office, and I spoke to from Petro Canada, a lady by the name of Pat Valleco, P-A-T, Valleco, V-A-L-L-E-K-O. Her number is 905-804-4313. She basically informed me via email and verbally that it's not something that they could give me they can only release it to the authorities, meaning to the civil servant, whether it be cops, whatever, lawyers. And since I'm doing my own case, I guess I'm not entitled to it, which is not true, because I need it as disclosure. But so if anybody knows, anybody that works at Petro-Canada or knows Pat Valico at 905-804-4313, please implore them to do the right thing. All we want is the truth. The truth is supposed to set us free. So no pun intended. So please do the right thing. Petro-Canada and Pat. And December 11th is the court date. If you want to come through, College Park, Toronto, Canada. Address is 444 Yonge Street, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Feel free to approach me and talk to me if you want to. But more than likely, I'll probably be focused about what I'm about to, before I go into the courtroom. But again, feel free to approach me. It's no big deal. You know, come through, support, whatever. If you just want to, you don't have to come support. Just come see what's going on. You know, it's kind of weird to me. And you know what I mean? Anyways, thank you for taking the time to hear me out, and hopefully, you know, everything works out well for everybody. Again, thank you for hearing me out. Islam, peace.
Come on, let's ride. A message to those who killed the king, who murdered the Christ, the same regime. What God has built, you never can break. What God has loved, you never can hate. Man makes rules and laws. You just a ruthless dog, your kettle is waiting. You devils will run back into the cave you came from whenever that day comes. 40 acres, plantations, see every race one. Sincerely yours, Streets Disciple, Revelations.